Hey guys, Psychotics here. Got another video highlighting champion here. We got Adventurer Ras. I've had a couple requests on what makes him so strong and how to use him in RTA and why he's picked so often. So we're going to dive into it real quick. First we're going to go over his skills. Start with the S1. Attack the enemy with normal attack, but the key here is a 75% chance to dispel a buff. That's really strong. It's a good way to deal with buffs. They're really strong in the meta right now. So definitely a underrated S1 because most people really think of Ras. They think of his S2 and his S3. Let's talk about his S3 next. His S3 is going to attack all enemies, going to heal himself. But the key here is we're going to increase defense of all allies by 2 turns. That's where he provides that defense buff, which can help survive a lot of cleave. So if you can get that off right before their RB goes or whatever, team's taking a lot less damage, can sometimes just live through an RB. You don't even need to worry about taking extinction to deal with them. Let's move into his S2. We got a guaranteed dual attack on his S2, so he's going to attack and pull in an ally, and the key here that makes this different from other champions with dual attacks built into their kit is it's pulling in the highest attack ally. So this could be your Spec 10 or your RB or whoever you have built with your highest attack. You're guaranteed to pull them in, which means you're going to do the most damage out of that S2. Really important to note, for 10 souls, you can soul burn this to reduce the cooldown by 2 turns, which means you can do this every turn if you have the souls built up. So you can just S2, 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 just keep it going, and just increase the damage output. Ras's main character story, so you're going to get him for free as soon as you log in the game, and as you progress through the episodes, you're going to get full inference, so you can get that triple S. This triple S is self-health or team health. I run him on self-health because my Ras is a little weak on the health on the build here. So next we're going to talk about his specialty change runes. This is where he starts to get his super powers, let's say. So we got health on this one, nothing special yet. Damage on this one, on his S1, again, it's nothing special, but it's just nice. Speed is always amazing, so anytime you get speed runes, that's great. Effectiveness on this one, it's going to help you landing that Dispel and landing this Fence Break we're going to get into later. Next we have 100% chance to grant immunity to the caster and the ally that you're going to dual attack with on the S2. So you're going to dual attack in, and you're going to give yourself and your caster immunity, and the ally immunity. That's super amazing. Immunity is really strong with how prevalent debuffs are in the meta right now. Next one we got effect resistance for all allies. This is just extra. It's nice. It's going to help protect against debuffs a little bit, but you know, instead of that 15%, now you're 10%ing or what, you know. Next we got 100% chance to increase combat readiness on the S1. So every time you're S1ing, you're getting a 10% CR push on yourself. It's really nice. Helps you cycle through your abilities and keep Ras going. 100% chance to increase combat readiness by 20% on the S3. So again, more combat readiness on your abilities. Really strong. This is just increased health recovery on the S3. It's nice. It's not game changing in most situations, but it could come up where you need that extra health. The last one is really where he starts to shine with that 60% chance to defense break on the S2. And that's so strong because you're pulling in your strongest attacker, your highest attack damage unit. So you're pulling them in, you're defense breaking, you're getting immunity, and it's your highest damage dealer. Really just can delete people with that ability. That's why it is so nice. So now we're going over ruins. Let's talk about how you build them. Most people are going to run immunity set. Not necessary, but unless you're running a super fast Ras, you run the risk of getting debuffed before you get a chance to get off any of your abilities, which can be game breaking. So I would definitely recommend the immunity. If not, you really want to build up that effect resist. Definitely recommend a speed set though. You want him to be fast. You don't want him to be going super late. You want to be going before their damage dealers, so you can get the defense buff up. Definitely want to build health and defense. Health and defense are what keeps him alive, and he's a knight, so you want him alive, and he's going to scale when he does. He is a knight, so that unless you run the Arius, the Adamant Shield, Justice for All is another one that I've seen a couple times. But really, you want that Arius or the Adamant Shield. I'm running Arius on him right now. Just helps with team survivability, which is what your knights are really for. They're not there to like blow people up for the most part. They're there to help protect your team and keep them running. So definitely want to run those defensive artifacts on your knights if you can. Holy Sack is one that I've seen once or twice. It's not as strong on Ras because he's not usually the focus like a lot of the Holy Sack ones are. He is considered one of the top 3 knights and probably top 3 picks in the game, I would say, right now in RTA. He does have one weakness though, and that is he is a fire element. And there is a lot of strong ice units. Seaside Bologna is one that comes to mind initially. Dizzy is another one that they're just so prevalent in the meta right now. It is a little risky to pick him if they pick that heavy water team, but since he's a knight, he's got the defense that is usually not an issue. The biggest issue is the survivability. It's the landing the debuff and the strip, or getting debuffs put on you because of the elemental disadvantage, is what's really going to hurt you with picking Ras into the water elementals. Or ice elementals. So you got to be careful. But for the most part, he's a solid pick in almost anything. Really great for just giving your team that bulk that you need to survive a lot of these teams right now, just with everybody moving towards cleave and speed. So definitely, if you haven't built him, you've been sleeping on him, definitely pick him up, build him, do his special change. He is super strong right now. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or anything to add. Comments down below. Hit that like and subscribe button. And thanks for watching. If you have any champions you want done next, just let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to do something.